I believe a lot of the people here will think I'm changing values, yeah? But that's because you haven't listened to me for 4.5 years, okay? That's because my message hasn't been heard, and no one's actually listened to what I've been saying. The values which I wish to stick by are true to what I've been for 4.5 years. But that has been lost in translation because people have been throwing bottles, smashing things up, shouting slogans. So this, for me, is that, as I said, I believe we've brought it to the point it needed to be brought to. And I believe pushing forward with street protests could at some point in the future result in something that I don't want to be responsible for.
As for us, we, of course, I know Tommy's been following our work for a long time, but I refused to sit with Tommy before he left the EDL. Osama Hassan here, as a representative of Quilliam, did meet with Tommy first. They had a dialogue. I got a very, very positive feedback from Osama about Tommy's willingness to engage. And then, of course, what happened next was when I refused to sit with Tommy. Tommy then basically, I did say, I will sit with you on a condition that we have a dialogue about your departure from the EDL. That will be the basis of the dialogue. And to his credit, that was the basis of the dialogue, and likewise to Kevin's credit. So you know, as far as I'm concerned, talking about changing of tactics or changing of ideas, to leave the largest, whether you call it right wing or whichever adjective you want to use for it, street protest movement in the UK, to decide to make that departure is a change of ideas, because it takes one to come to a conviction it's no longer productive. That's a change of ideas. And you know, the future, we're going to work to try, I don't know if he mentioned this, but both of these gentlemen have agreed for Dr. Osama Hassan to train them on the difference between Islam and the extremist ideology. They've also agreed for Quilliam to guide them on how they can positively engage in policy advice, how they can engage with local councils and national government in a positive way. So the future means we are going to offer them this training and facilitate their transition to a more positive democratic way. We're delighted that these street protests are maturing into something which is democratic and engaging with government rather than endangering people's lives across the spectrum on the streets.
Can we have some
Please,
something
Osama.
from
Yes.
Dr. Osama, maybe about your first meetings with